Hello. I'm late. But I'm here. And I'm going to read this one that's falling apart. And I was just talking to somebody about this. And excuse me. I just had dinner. I had tortellini and broccoli. It was good. Liberty on the abyss of the gospel. Stand fast, therefore. I'm going to get closer. Whoa, too close. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free. Galatians 5:1. A spiritually minded man will never come to you with the demand, believe this and that, but with the demand that you square your life with the standards of Jesus. We are not asked to believe the Bible, but to believe the one whom the Bible reveals. John 5:39 and 40. We are called to present liberty of conscience, not liberty of view. We are free with the liberty of Christ. Others will be brought. If we are free with the liberty of Christ, others will be brought into the same liberty, the liberty of realizing the dominance of Jesus Christ. Always keep your life measured by the standards of Jesus. Bow your neck to his yoke alone, and to no other yoke whatever. And be careful to see that you never bind a yoke on others that is not placed by Jesus Christ. It takes God a long time to get us to the way of thinking that unless everyone sees as we do, they must be wrong. That is never God's view. There is only one liberty, the liberty of Jesus at work in our conscience, enabling us to do what is right. Don't get impatient. Remember how God dealt with you, with patience and with gentleness. But never water down the truth of God. Let it have its way and never apologize for it. Jesus said, "Go and make disciples, not make converts to your opinions." I was just talking to somebody in the comment section about that. And as I read that today, my mom would mark, and it was funny, she was bad or good. Most of my siblings did not like it, but she would send you books, and she did give me this book, which I liked. I was the one most open to her books. In fact, this book she first gave to one of my siblings, and it was returned to her. So my mom gave it to me, and I have appreciated it. And even my oldest daughter, I believe, read this. But I think that one that I read today was one that she copied and sent me because I was so dogmatic and wanting everyone to believe as I believed, and I was just out of balance. Let's say out of balance. I was out of balance. And we don't know everything. And that reminds me of a joke. Okay. My mom liked this joke. Because I started going to the Baptist church in Georgia when we were in Georgia in 1990, after we moved to Georgia. And my mom was always we were always locking heads, and she would say things like, "Well, I'm glad you're going to the Baptist church so you can learn the basics." Like the Presbyterians are so much more well educated kind of is true. No. But was Mom right about everything? I keep on saying this. Mom, were you right about everything? I think she was. A lot of things my mom said, I'm going, she wasn't right about everything, but most things. Listen to your mama, y'all. That's what I have to say. Listen to your mama. But anyways, I think this was one of the ones she would Xerox them sometimes and send me things. She would send me articles. I mean, it wasn't always like, you need to do this. One time she sent me, when I was homeschooling, she sent me a good article about homeschooling. And, it was a favorable article. But when I started homeschooling, she was like, oh, Susan, don't. Like I was gonna, and I'm like, oh goodness, was she right about that too? Because homeschooling did burn me out. And it was, I burned myself out. I poured myself into my family, and there was nothing left for me. And church work and everything. And really, I feel like it was like a God. And someone had said that to me, that there was a thing at the first Baptist church we went to. That was a thing that we weren't really too involved in, but there was a church split and stuff, and then the next church we went to, and there was all sorts of things going on there too. Really, there's no perfect church, but things. Oh, goodness, I can't even go into it all. It's so. It's so much. But anyway, someone that left the first church we went to said that she had the church as a god in her life, and it was taking over her life, and we were there all the time, especially that first Baptist church we went to. They were more legalistic at that church than the second church we went to. But the first Baptist church we went to, they were just very legalistic. They didn't like women to wear pants, and there was misogynistic, racist. I mean, it's just a mess. It was a mess. Honestly, it was a mess. But we were there, and we were there all the time. We served in the nursery. We worked in children's church. We were there every time the doors were open, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. If they have a revival, all week long. And the kids were little. It was exhausting. And then I started homeschooling. And but my mom and I would discuss, being Baptist, being versus being Presbyterian. And I think she sent me that one because I was very, she was like, I'm trying to convert everybody. But a joke I told one time, this was that I heard somewhere, was about someone going up into heaven, and the Apostle Peter is showing them around, and there's all the different denominations, and like they're the Catholics, they're playing bingo or whatever, and then here are the Lutherans or whatever, and here are the whatever Pentecostals praising the Lord or whatever. I don't remember how the whole joke goes, but then Peter said, "Shh, shh," as they went by a door. Shh, and they're like, "Why? What?" And that's where the Baptists are. They think they're the only ones up here. And so, yeah, that's my joke. But I guess I'm not really anything right now. I was saying I go to church online. I'll go to Triple C or Minister of Music Terrence Trower or Norgus R. That's my church for right now. But I really want to visit House for Saints and Sinners when I get to Denver. And that is where Nadia Boltz Weber used to be the pastor. I'm really not sure who's the pastor now, but anyways, I probably will eventually get back into church, but I don't go to church right now, as of right now. But that is about it. Y'all, I love you. Bye.